Today we're going to create a mashup, a fun and adventurous way to make something fresh out of something stale.
And we heard Girl Talk.
On the aesthetic and legal margins of music.
When you experiment with cut-ups over a period of time, you find that some of the cut-ups seem to refer to future events. Stop at random and cut in a phrase. Now, how random is random?
No question, the most insidious virus in the midst of this illegal downloading of music is
some people with some samplers.
Rich poppy noise. Sounds like plunderphonics. Sounds like happy, up-tempo, fun, poppy.
Michael Jackson had the Mounties called in to confiscate all copies of the CD.
Now, before we get our freak on, we need to match up our beats.
Cleveland, what's up? Make some noise! Is Cleveland all right tonight?
The operator, on some level, knew just where he was cutting in.
Let's stop and play a game. See if you can tell me the author of this song.
Well, come on, let me show you what it's all about. Come on, let me show you what it's all about. Come on, let me show you what it's all about.
If you guessed the Jackson 5, you'd be wrong. Try again. If you guessed Queen, you're still wrong, because this music was created by my favorite artist, Girl Talk. Girl Talk makes mashups. His computer is an instrument, and the notes he plays are sampled from thousands of pop music classics, cut up and rearranged to create new songs.
Pop music or music from different genres seems untouchable. You know, Elton John seems untouchable. Obviously, they create that, they force that idea in your mind that these people are superstars, are untouchable. So just being able to just manipulate and do whatever you want, you know, and just kind of put Elton John in a headlock and just, you know, put a beat behind him and pour a beer on his head.
Whether or not you think this music is original isn't the point, because the rules of this game don't depend on who made the songs. They depend on who owns the copyright. And according to the people that do, sampling even a single note is grounds for a lawsuit. That means these kids should not be dancing. And you shouldn't be watching, because using these songs in my movie is against the rules too. And the fact that there are people out there calling my favorite artist a criminal is exactly why I need to make this film. This movie is about a war. A war over ideas. The battleground is the internet. And I take that personally, because I was born at the exact same time as the internet. I was born on a small island off the west coast of Canada. My parents were trying to get away from the world, but like all kids, I wanted the opposite. I wanted to connect back. Luckily, the creators of the internet thought the same way.
This computer would talk to this computer, sending a message first to this computer and forward it on to this computer, thereby acting as a relay.
millions of computers were connected and evolved into one perfect machine, designed for a single purpose: sharing information. The internet allowed me to connect from my island to the world, to communicate ideas with millions of others, and a media-literate generation emerged, able to download the world's culture and transform it into something different. And we called our new language Remix. Funny things, political things, new things were all uploaded back to the net. The creative process became more important than the product, because consumers were now creators, making the folk art of the future. But the people who owned the culture that we remixed, they represented the past, and they declared war. They didn't see a great library or an information superhighway. They saw a supermarket, and they wanted to get paid. For these people, ideas are intellectual property, locked up until purchase. They use infinite money, corporate lobbies, and lawsuits to protect their property. Let's call this side the copyright. On the other side are those who want to share ideas. We'll call them the copyleft. These people believe that the public domain must be protected to ensure the free exchange of ideas and the future of art and culture. These are the people I've traveled the world to find. Together we've drafted a manifesto, and it goes like this. Culture always builds on the past, but the past will always try to control the future. Our future is becoming less free. And to build free societies, we need to limit the control of the past. What these kids are doing on this dance floor is unraveling that control. The future and the past are dueling it out right here, and whoever wins gets to decide if ideas will be determined by the public domain or private corporations in science, industry, medicine, our entire culture. But let's start with everyone's favorite battle, music. Remember Girl Talk? He knows a lot about intellectual property, because by day, he's an engineer who samples biological data. By night, he tests how people's biology reacts to his musical data.
You know, people have a hard time taking a step back and thinking, wow, sampling is an instrument. Potentially in the future, we're gonna look back and just be like, wow, I can't believe people were having these moral struggles with someone collaging two songs together. Seems like something that could be very dated, very fast.
Well, what is the moral dilemma? Who would have a problem with Girl Talk's music?
I've been at the Copyright Office for more than 40 years. You need to know, I don't have a computer at home. I've never done a mashup. I've actually never downloaded, a song that was hanging out there.
Can I show you a mashup?
Sure.